Yo, what's happening? It's the outlet checking in. We back with another episode, baby. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Hope y'all feeling groovy, sensational, all that good stuff. We got a couple topics we're gonna talk about today. One, we're gonna start off with this sugar free though. I just seen sugar free with Drewski at the could have been house. Like you sipping on the cup. Every time about pimping, you know, everything else. And bruh said sugar free. Said if you can't stomach a man hitting your woman for a little bit of fee, the world has swallowed you up. Consider me swallowed, bruh. I'm no. But I mean that's different, but still, no, You gotta recognize these type of things. Feel what I'm saying? You gotta. I'm first off not a relationship expert, so don't even put me in that category. And definitely don't try to put me in no box. But even with that being said, you have to sit here and analyze. Like any female you go to talk to, just go for men and women. But this particular situation, women, you have to sit here and you have to watch. You know, you got to pay attention to the signs, as they call red flags. Whatever you like or don't like. For me, I wouldn't be able to stomach my lady or whatever, getting beat down for a few dollars. $40, 200, 1,000. I can't stomach that. I can't. I wouldn't even want to be with her no more. At that point, we done. But that's pimping though. That's pimping. You know, in order to pimp, you can't have no heart. You can't have no feelings for that. I'm not built like that. Not me. I'm not built like that. Man, you know, we sitting here watching Happy Gilmore too. This is great. It's funny, hilarious. It's catch you at the right time, but I'm learning a lot of good things. A lot of good things. I'm gonna say that. We ain't gonna drop no plans, you know, for life purposes, things that goes on in life. But even on top of that, with Shador Sanders, bro. Browns, feel like we need to do the right thing, you know. I'm not for say, you know, a Browns fan like that, but dog pound. Yeah. Shiloh just got cut, so y'all gonna go pick him up. I'm gonna get that safety. So you'll have that strong safety where Shiloh play free. So he'll be playing up under who? Ronnie Hillman and who's the other dude? I think it is Ronnie Hillman. I think he is a starting free safety. And you got Grant Delpit on the other side. Shiloh play either one, you know. I believe the numbers show he's played strong safety. Because I know he's in South Carolina. Before he transferred freshman year, he was playing corner. I remember that. I remember.
Give a nigga damn. Hey, what's up? I'm smooth like some EOS shade. Mister got so many mains. Tell me what's the damn play. I'm full of quay. Crawling through the tray. It's a sunny day. I'm NCAA 26. I'm that player, man. I'm player made. Like I was born on the beach. Ho, I'm crawling few quay. White walls with the bleach. Babe shirt, Coca-Cola cup. Full of Texas tea. Shout out DOT, but on this track, it's the
Shout out to all the positive black men in the world doing something positive, bro. You know, continue to push forward. Hey, I also want to give a shout out. I ain't getting paid for this either, but I want to give a shout out to my comedy dogs. For sure. I met, I think, be in the process of developing a new top 5 comedians. But this top 5 is not with all due respect, not my all-time great top 5, dead or alive, but this top 5 would be based on the comedians that I have met, and is actually, been a solid brother along the way. So I'm developing a new 5 on that. But I also want to give a shout out to 2 dudes specifically that since I met them, they've been positive brothers. We gonna say that. And that's J Can, aka Jeremy Can. Straight out the Fofo. You hear me? And Prince Elias, the Spanish partner, you know. I gotta ask, cause I ain't too sure if I don't think he Puerto Rican. Yeah, he definitely ain't Dominican. Uh, he told me something. He was mixed. It wasn't niggerito. It was something else. I've never heard it before, and I'm gonna say Mexican. Mexican. Might be borderline El Salvadorian. Might be. But we gonna go with Mexican right now. It's not to be stereotypical, but we gonna go with Mexican. On the side of that, life been lifing, as it does for everybody. Life be lifing, but it's your perspective, your mindset, or mind state, on the situation as life comes to where you can be up here or you can be here with it or wherever, out of the atmosphere, out of the stratosphere with it, so to say. It's your mindset. You gotta stay positive. Speaking of staying positive and your mindset and being great in life, recently, I don't know if it's true, and I would say I need to research it, but that really ain't nothing I really want to research for real, because I don't get down like that. I don't believe in that. But from what I hear, atheists, now if you're not familiar with atheists, they are people that don't believe in God. They don't believe in a higher power. That's what an atheist is. Okay? And whereas the Cat Williams, atheists believe science created all this. Science, the dinosaurs, dogs, everything. That's what atheists believe in. They believe in science. Hey, one thing about it, 2 things for sure. That nigga might not have no car, but he gonna have them new J's when they drop. What I heard recently, not only that, they believe in the devil. Shook me up, because I'm like, how you don't believe in a higher power, but you believe in the devil? And it's supposed to be some show on YouTube. What is it? 20 versus 1. But it's like, it's not the normal 20 versus 1 where, got 20 females or 20 men lined up with 1 man and 1 woman. It ain't like that from what I hear. It's kind of like a game show where they sit here, and the one person that do believe in this particular situation, is one person that do believe in God, has to stand here and persuade 20 atheists of why God is real and why they should believe in God. For me, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. So me going to research this situation as this is true or not, I really don't care to, because how you don't believe in a higher power, but you believe in the devil? It's kind of shaky to me right there. I don't really know what to say about that. Couple more comedians I met along the way. Been doing comedy for about a year now. July 14th made a year. We in August right now. So, yeah, July 14th made a year since I first got on stage to do stage comedy in front of people. On the spot. It was on the spot. July 14th marked the year for that. So, that's pretty special and pretty big. I know people waiting, asking, I've actually had people. I'm talking about in real life now. This ain't make believe. It's not fabricated. This is real life. I have had people, you know, ask me, when's my next show? They want to come out. They want to support. Even with uploading videos, I get a couple of those comments. Even, I played video game. It's a couple people, talk to on the phone, have spoken to, or on the game or whatever. Ask me same question. May get some DMs or whatever. Right now, cause see what, and it's not to brag, cause anybody that knows me, especially in real time, know I'm pretty much on the humble side. I'm very quick to tell you, and I say that because one person I'm very quick to tell anybody. Like, one, I will be the first to admit I don't know everything. Strongly believe that you will never know everything, because you could be 116 years old and still don't know everything. So it's gonna always be room to grow, room to learn something new. But on the flip side of that, it's like I don't do anything to brag, but I love my blessings. I love the position I'm in because I can sit here and bring to y'all another podcast episode, or go out there on stage and perform comedy, or got something else going on because we also fresh into, well, I ain't gonna say fresh. I'm not a vet. I'm not an expert. So I guess I could say fresh. But we been on the acting scene for a year now as well. March 3rd marked the first time that I stepped into a facility to audition for a role in the movie. At the time, I was pretty much like anybody when they hungry. You step into it, hey, bro, I'm willing to do whatever, even if I'm just an extra. I ain't got no lines. I'm just in here, or I got one scene, just a couple lines, whatever. I'm make the best of what you give me. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna make the best of it. So we've been on that for a little over a year now. We're about a year and a half. Then we got comedy, Then we got podcasting. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful and count my blessings and understand, and still understanding and learning day by day the blessings of which I am blessed with. I can step into either one and still give y'all me, but not only give y'all me, but or in the outlet as well, but also giving different parts, different versions, but it's still the same person. But it's just beautiful how it's set up, and that comes from being a student and learning whatever it is. Just always learning. You can never learn everything. Well, you can never learn too much. Let me say that. You can never learn too much, and being who I am, I'm always willing to learn, willing to grow, willing to be better, So comes along with that. Might be a growth pain for some, but for me, I have my moments. I am human. I am human. Also, with that being said, I have been asked a question before. That's what I'm sitting here thinking about. I've been asked a question before as to, do I ever get tired? You ever looked at yourself and be like, I'm proud of you? I'm proud of me, boy. I'm proud. Do I ever get tired kind of take on Kevin Gates a little bit. Ain't word for word, but I don't get tired. I get sleepy. He say I don't get tired. I eat booty. You know. Whatever. Me, nah, I don't get tired. I get sleepy. Okay. The difference between sleep and tired. I get sleepy at times. But with that being said, I mean, finding purpose in life and understanding and learning your purpose and going there. We all have a different reason and mission why we're sent here and placed on earth. We all have a different purpose, whether that's to be a life changer with being a doctor, a pharmacist, developing cures in the lab, cutting grass, being a ball player, an entertainer, in all things positive. And then, you don't hear nobody say this. I'm pretty sure I'm the first to say this. First, if I have ever heard say this, is you can keep it real. A fuck nigga. You gonna keep it real. You also got people that fall into that. People that don't want to get better in life, but say they want to be better. Yeah, everybody has a purpose, good or bad. But along the journey of your purpose and learning and understanding and, him shaping your mind into this over here, you go through different things where you learn. It's like, okay, I didn't think I was capable of this. My mind, and when I say that, the mind don't be thinking of, I'm going to try this today. It's just some things happening like that, to where it's like, I didn't know I was capable of doing that. You feel me? Whether it's working on your car or whatever. Didn't know. Feel what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell the truth. For the longest growing up, I didn't really, see that I can be in tune with working on cars the way I am now. Like, I've always, felt the need that, hey, I want to learn how to work on cars. But throughout the process, within this last year span, and really being more involved with working on the car. Ooh. Final production of the Buick. You see what I'm saying? Project Buick. Full detail in that bad boy. It's the final step. You feel me? Total still, baby, still. See that polish on the seat? You feel me? Yeah, it clean up in that bad boy. Oh, bro, man, did your thing, man. Them 10s, but I call them 20s. I like to keep them clean. Switch that motor out of a Vet. Yeah, you did. Damn, some fresh 10s, though. The 10s is clean. Shampooed the rugs. They back here because they soaking wet right now. We're gonna let them dry. Yeah. He did his thing, man. I appreciate Johnny, bro. Hold on. I appreciate Johnny, man. Appreciate Johnny. Johnny, your hood pass valid, man. Your hood pass is valid, John. Johnny. Your hood pass valid, man. Yeah, that bad boy clean, though. No lights on. Put about 1,000 miles on here. Since we've been driving. Put about 1,000 on here. Ain't no limit to the shit, my silk to shock you. Now what's left, we gotta get the windshield fixed. And we there. And we here, baby. That boy handsome, you feel me? That boy handsome, man. It really don't matter what you sit here and try to learn and work on, but you won't really know for real until whatever your car need work on. You feel what I'm saying? But like, so you actually got to be put in the situation to where it's like, okay, I really do need to know this. Not only do I need to learn, but I need to know this future references because I done had this happen to me. This is something new. This is something that ain't never happened. So you got to know things like that. So yeah, within this last year, I've definitely learned a lot. So I can scratch that off checklist. As far as clothes, I've also had some more people ask about merchandise. What we got coming. What this for their own agenda, being genuine. Yeah, we got some more coming. Definitely got some more coming. Ain't gonna say, but we definitely got some more coming for y'all. For real, for real. We definitely had good feedback with the last batch. Definitely had good feedback. With that being said, can't make everybody happy, can't satisfy everybody. So you're gonna have some people along the way, which I have encountered some people along the way. They say they'll support, but when you actually show up with the product, they ain't really supporting for real. But they'll tell you they'll support while you in the talk. You actually show on Front Street, your actions align with your words. They ain't trying to support that. I peep it. I'm having a real therapy session with y'all right now. I ain't had my consistent therapy since April. So that's about 4 months. I ain't really, feel what I'm saying? I almost told y'all something a little bit more personal. We ain't gonna speak on that right now. We're gonna speak on that at a later time. But yeah. Shout out to all the other people doing well, doing positive. I do want to give a special shout out to my dog, the Bernards, Derek Bernard and Kirby Bernard. Ooh, shout out to them. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't. I don't really know what to tell you. Shout out to the OG K Reno. Since we in the process of giving shout outs. Who else? Shout out to Jock the manager. Now, at the time, since I spoke on that, and this is the reason for me speaking on that, the time that I did meet her, or meet you, however we're going to word this, what they say on social media, I wasn't familiar with your game. But I wasn't fully familiar as to who she was. When I met her, she was a positive person. It was positive energy, good vibes. I didn't, have a bad experience. I don't know if anybody did, but I'm speaking on my experience with Jock the manager. Let me go ahead and continue the conversation. So in the process, after we filmed the interview, because I thought First off, I'm gonna be honest. I thought the name Jock the Manager came from her being the manager at the Zy Factory. I thought this is where it came from. After doing my research, after meeting her and, you know, talking to her, getting on camera, telling us about the Zy Factory and things of that nature, I did my research and I found out that she's actually the manager of OTB Fastlane.
I'm cranking all up in here.
I didn't know that at the time. And if I did, I feel like I would have spoke on that. You know, just for even her being in such a high position. Which ain't no knock to her at all, obviously. Because that's beautiful for a woman to be in. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful for a woman. First off, it's always beautiful for any woman to do what they want to do. But a black woman is, I don't know, it's something about situations like that just spark my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to see stuff like that. Genuinely, for real, for real. And on top of that, I feel like I really would have spoke on that. But it's probably maybe a good thing at the time I didn't know that, because, you know, me being who I am, it probably wouldn't have went like this, like how I'm about to say it. But it probably would have took away from the Zy Factory had I known that and potentially would have spoke on that. Maybe if I did know in advance, I probably wouldn't have spoke on it, or would have, just depending on the energy in the room. If we being honest about it. But yeah, I feel like if I did know that time, and I hypothetically, this is hypothetical, I did know and I would have spoken on it, I feel like it would have took away from the Zy Factory getting the recognition that it deserved. And with that being said, I also met Doughboy Sauce. He's a cool dude. From what I seen, you know, eye in action, it wasn't nothing major. It was just speaking, you know, and giving respect. That's all on my end. Shook hands. He got a firm handshake. At least he had one with me. I don't know because his hands just big or, you know, but he you know, he a good dude. A good dude. B with one E. She was cool. Charles Black. He cool. I see he still doing acting. Look like he working on a new movie right now. I need to ask him about it, actually. He was in the back seat though. I guess I can speak on what I seen. He was in the back seat as a clip he posted on his social media, so it ain't like this is breaking news or nothing. Inside source, but you know he was in the back seat of the white truck, and you know he had the ski mask sitting on his forehead, and he was talking. And what he was saying, I don't know. I don't know if it had volume or not. I'm not sure at the time, cause I was sleepy. But he was in the back of the truck. He was talking. Then next thing you know, next part of the scene that he posted, 4 dudes riding down the street. I think it was a Ford Explorer, if I'm not mistaken. It was a white Explorer. I could be wrong. But he was in the back seat. Then they was rolling down the street, dropped the window, and they got the dumping. I don't know. They was shooting at a house, shooting at somebody. I don't know what was going on. Like I said, I don't even know if it was volume. I just know what I seen. So I see he's still working. Justo Flex dropped Texas. We met Big Type. You know, from y'all that have seen the scene, you know. We spoke off camera as well. Ain't nothing major, nothing bad, nothing negative. For you that have not seen the video.
Action.
Yeah, bro, so what the fuck y'all got going on?
Beat me and Darren, what the fuck you doing around here?
What the fuck?
Nigga, you ain't got no motherfucking permission to sell no dope around here. What's your motherfucking name, nigga?
Who the fuck
Fuck
is
you,
bro?
nigga. Fuck you. Who got you? Who you selling dope for?
Man, nigga named Kodak, bro.
Kodak?
Yeah, bro.
Fuck Kodak. You wanna die today, nigga?
Hell no.
You gon' die today, nigga. Where the motherfucking bricks at? Where the motherfucking bricks at,
Right there,
nigga?
bro.
Right
Right
where?
there,
Nigga, get him. Get the motherfucker.
Man, this nigga got me fucked up, dog.
Hand it to me, nigga. Give me this motherfucking shit. This acres home, fofo, nigga. This my motherfucking hood. You ain't selling shit around here. You understand me, nigga?
Right.
Nah, nigga, you don't understand me. Nigga, I'll blow your motherfucking brains out. Say something else. Say something I don't like, nigga. Say a motherfucking word. Hold on.
I was waiting.
Whoa! God damn! I didn't want to say nothing. I got.
But we'll see it in the future or whatever. May not, maybe whatever. It was a pretty dope scene. You know, it was a pretty dope scene. Of course, it's acting. It's a movie, so it's gonna go a certain way. Of course, me doing my role and playing my part and doing what I need to do to excel and to help make this a great project with my castmates. Yes, the scene went the way it went. So that's why I'm saying for the scene to go the way that it needs to go, to project the right image, yeah, it was a pretty dope scene. Truly it was. I keep looking at my watch because in a matter of time I'm gonna have to dip. I'm on schedule. You know, life be lifing, so I gotta do what needs to be done to keep my life on track and be positive. Yeah, because if I don't do it, who else is gonna do it? You know, nobody else is gonna rescue you in life. You know, I mean your parents if you're lucky, but outside of them, when you hit a certain age, no. Unless you got the luxury, you know, unless you blessed like that, then yes, you know, by all means, salute to you. But everybody ain't blessed like that, so you know, you gotta take care of your responsibilities. So with that being said, I really hate to cut this video shorter than where I would like for it to be and where I feel like it could go. But you know, I guess since I said I was having a therapy session with y'all, I guess this goes back into conversations, you know, how me and my therapist in our conversations. Pretty much, you know, time is up. Pretty much hate for it to go like that. But hey, things happen. You know, even the good things in life, sometimes you don't want them to end short, but they gotta end short. And sometimes that's what makes it so great. So with that being said, this is another episode of the Outlet Podcast, brought to you by your dog, Jameson Frazier. Peace, man. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful week. Man, I wish nothing but positive blessings to y'all, man. Y'all keep being great. Keep striving to be better. Even if right now ain't going the way that you want it to go, you still got to see that tunnel vision, to see that light and that picture, that image. You still got to see that out to the other end. I am somebody that is speaking from experience, not where I want to be, but I'm not where I started. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. I'm not where I want to be, but I ain't where I started. And that's facts. And this is the Outlet. Peace.